I'll go 12 rounds before I give up. Heavy is the ground, but I will not put it down. Word around this town, my time is now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody come on in. It is Monday, and I'm so excited about it. It's time for the Own Your Now show. I am your host, Tracie Berry-McGhee, also known as Divine T.
And I am your co-host, Yolonda Lankford, and they call me Lady Yo.
Yes, they do. Yes, we do. Good morning, Lady Yo. How are you this amazing Monday?
It is an amazing Monday. You know, we started off with a little liquid sunshine today, so it just washed away anything that was not positive, and we're going to receive all the magnificent Monday positiveness.
Yes, we are. You know, I love the rain. I really, really do. And it does clear out a lot of things. How many of you are you all, speaking of that, like, which seasons do you like the best? Which is your best season? Good morning, Aziza, Ivy. Everybody, let us know, what is your favorite season? As we ask, Melissa, good morning. How are you? Everybody's tuning in. Y'all come on in on this Monday. Lady Yo, what's in your cup and what is your favorite season?
Well, in my cup, I have ginger peach tea with 2 chips of peppermint. And my favorite season is actually fall. You know, the rain this morning made me oversleep a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It was so soothing. I kept telling myself, wake up.
Wake up. I'm going to tell you right now, I promise you that, this rain does it to everybody. Everybody knows that when the rain comes, you just want to stay in the bed and just listen to the rain. I love listening to it. And last night, we had a little storm as well. My grandson wasn't feeling that at all. He just took his hand and put it by, like, oh my gosh, do you all hear this, y'all? But yes, I'm looking at everybody in the chat. I got this C boost. I'm still drinking my orange juice. Y'all, I'm trying to stay healthy. I feel good. So I'm claiming that. But I want to make sure that I stay healthy. And my affirmation word that's in my cup is change, because so much is going on. We're constantly changing, and we got to be excited about change. We got to get used to change. One of the things my mom used to say is nothing is permanent except for change. And so when I look at everybody in our chat, I don't think we're all on the same accord, because I know I like fall. You like fall. Leah says it's winter for her. We got fall and spring. Alex says it's fall for him. Let's see who's going to win. Gina says it's winter for her. Happy Monday, Rodney. Look, Terry says it's spring and fall. Because look, Lady Yo, what happened? It's August already.
No, let me tell you what. It's like it just happened overnight. And we have so many exciting things that are going to happen for us, for our owners. August is actually our month.
It is our month. I want to know, what do you like about the fall? Is it the trees falling down? Like the trees, but the leaves changing colors and all of that. What is it for you?
I do like the change of color of the leaves. I like the mildness of the weather. I don't like it extremely cold because I don't like to wear a coat because I'm from California. So the fall is like that season where I can just put on a nice little light jacket or sweater. And I like the colors. Where I live, the trees are like bright, vibrant orange, and you see some yellow. It's just absolutely beautiful. How about
Terry said the fall fashion. I love that too. Of course, Nay says that it is the football. It means football season is coming back. I know that's right. We keep asking everybody what's in their cup. The other thing that I'm going to tell y'all that's in our cup, and I'm going to keep saying it, is the countdown to Roku 21. The countdown to Roku, y'all. That's what's in our cup, and we can't wait to celebrate it because it's coming up, Lady Yo.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's this morning I woke up and my fiance said, it's getting closer. And I was like, whoa.
Yes, it is. You all, we have Jarrod Jones coming up. Speaking of what's in our cup, and he's going to be talking about his book, education. School starts back in the fall. That's another thing that starts back. And you know what I say about school and all those good things, that if you're going to go back to school, you want to make sure that we had those resource fairs that we did this weekend. Shout out to People's Clinic and all the different resource fairs that are coming up this week. We'll keep letting you all know because everybody's getting their favorite clothes. Did you used to wear those Lady O, when you got to go to school, your first day of school, your new school outfit?
Well, you know what? My mother wasn't into new school outfits. She was like, you have clothes, and as we get them, you can wear them. And, I didn't wear pants until the 7th grade.
Wow, really?
So, yeah, I always just wore a dress. Matter of fact, my friend Danny that was in town, he brought a snapshot that he promises he's going to send to you, Tracie. I'm so scared. And I had on this like little leather, but it must have been pleather skirt, but I was playing outside with my little vest on. So yeah, so I didn't do the whole let's get new clothes for the school year thing. It was like you just wear your clothes, and probably I got more clothes when it got to winter because we have to layer up a little bit.
Well, all I know is the only way to go back to school is to do what? Be your what?
Be your best self. Take your best self back to school, y'all.
That's right. So everybody get ready. We're going to sip it up. We're going to take some deep breaths in, some deep breaths out. Woo! Because it's about being your best self, y'all. We got change. Change is coming.
Every part, yeah. I'm singing, I love the skin I'm in. Every shape, every inch. No doubt there's power deep within. Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Ain't a color, ain't a number, ain't an age, nah.
Breathe it out.
Every size and every shade, yeah.
Come on, y'all. Let's do our left arm. Let's go.
I'ma be my best self.
Good morning, Kathy.
I'ma be my best self. There's no one else like me. Self-love, self-help, self-care, self-love, self-worth, self-aware, my best self. Loving everything.
All right, right arm.
I'ma be my best self. I'ma be my best self.
Both of them.
Confident, no limit, owning it.
Hey, Melissa.
Mirror and all I see is love. And take it one step at a time, cause I'm in love.
Good morning, Ruby.
Ain't always finding a smile in her face. Beauty's holding my head up with grace. I thank God for the way I made.
Center yourselves, y'all. Bring it down.
I'ma be my best self, my best self. I'm loving who I be.
I see you, Bruce. Hey, Cheryl.
There's no one else like me.
Bring it out, Lady O.
Self-love, self-help, self-care.
Y'all got some friends? Reach out to your friends.
My best self, my best self. Loving every part of me. I'ma be my best self.
Y'all know what we do. Take care of yourself. Hug yourself, y'all. Let's go.
I'ma be my best self. I'ma be my best self.
That's all. That's all. That's all we ask, right? Just be your best self. Just
Be your best
self. That's what's up. Good morning, Sybil. Good to see you. Self-love starts with you, Lady O. I know how much you love yourself. I know how much you love me, and I love you too.
I love you too. And today, the word confidence stood out to me because, as we transition, as we move and what they say, move up a little higher, sometimes you get that little So you got to muster up all the confidence that God has instilled in you, the trust that our owners have in you. So today I'm walking out with a bunch of confidence.
I love it. Look, y'all, I know that you all are part of our celebration, and we want you all to know that even though we're seeing Countdown to Roku, we will be in the studio. So if you all want to be our guest, please go to the onyournowshow.com and sign up to not just be on the show, but also to be in the studio audience. Lady, we're going to have an audience.
I know, isn't it exciting? And then, what? We will be safe. We'll be going by all the guidelines, but it will be nice to see some of these faces and associated with the names that have been on this journey with us.
Yes. Speaking of names, I saw Dawn this weekend, y'all. It was so cool. She didn't have her oat milk with her. She was getting her Zumba on, but we had a good time together. You know what, Lady O? I know who else is having a good time today. Somebody is celebrating a birthday. Who do we have?
Well, the first birthday salute I want to give out is to Miss Sandra Brooks Wallace. Honey, she is a stylish, seasoned lady. So happy birthday, Miss Sandra. We have Darlene Gibson. This lady is an extraordinary hairstylist. She used to give some great big events that were all about hair and style. Can't wait till she can get back to that. Happy birthday, Miss Darlene. Donna P. Yates. Girl, I know you out there exercising somewhere because I know you're starting your birthday off right. And we have Dr. Levi Kirkland. He is having a birthday. Happy birthday, Dr. Kirkland. Now, just in case they're watching,
Woo!
happy birthday, Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders. All right. Happy birthday, Deion. Well, you know what? Of course, football season is right around the corner. So we got to celebrate. And I didn't know he was a Libra. There's a lot of great Libras out there.
Yes, yes. And, you know, he is taking his talents to the university. So he is coaching. And I'm so proud of Deion. You know, I remember back in the day when he was Neon Deion. And he was just had a different character, but he's developed into such a giving, wonderful, warm man. And I just appreciate you, Deion. Happy birthday, brother.
Prime time.
I remember he had some video. It must be the money or something. He was a little wild. Happy birthday, Deion. And also happy birthday to Curtis Blow.
Curtis Blow. Don't play with Curtis Blow, okay? Happy birthday. Look, like he our friend. Happy birthday, Curtis.
Girl, you know he watching. That's why I always say, just in case they're watching, in case somebody does know them, want to call them and tell them that we did tell them happy birthday. We have one more birthday, and it is one of our sisters who is also in the business. Happy birthday, Hoda Copy.
Hoda, happy birthday. Look at her smile. Always beautiful, always beautiful. Happy birthday, Hoda. Many more.
Many more. Hoda Copy. You know, she just brings the joy. I love watching her and Jenna. Also, you know, I can't let the day go by without saying happy birthday, Whitney Houston.
Yes! Oh my gosh, you know how I feel about Whitney Houston? Everybody should know. If you don't know, it was Michael Jackson and Whitney, and I bet you that they having a party today. You know she kicking it. Everybody, we're going to just talk about the Whitney Houston songs. Lady, I know you got one. Everybody tell me, what is you all's favorite Whitney Houston song? Let me know. What is it?
Well, you know, I have two, you know, Greatest Love of All, because that was a pageant song, honey. Someone was going to sing that song. And I love, what is that? Dance with Somebody. Because I was a skinny little girl. And when she was dancing in the mirror, I thought, well, I can dance too. Whitney and I, neither one of us could dance, but you know, in our minds we could. So I love both those songs. And how about you, Tracie? I know you have one.
I do. I love her whole album. Like, she's the favorite karaoke of all. She is, like Aziza said, one of the greatest artists of all times. Number one, I love that song that she did with Waiting to Exhale. Shoot, 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 shoot. I know I can't sing. One of the NFL players, the Hall of Famers, was singing Mama last night during his speech. And I was like, you know what? It don't matter if you can't sing when you sing it from your heart. But I love that one. I also love the song that she sang, Every Woman. Of course, she was pregnant with Bobby. I love that. Anthony says, something in common. We got something in common, boy. She loved her some Bobby. Of course, the greatest love of all. That's what Lady West says. Greatest love. Carla said that as well. And she said it. I love the Lord.
Oh yes, that just sent a chill. I remember when she was singing that on what was the movie? Goodness,
was it the Preacher's Wife?
No, well, she sang it on. Oh my goodness, it was with Jordan Sparks. She was in the choir.
Y'all tell us which one is it? Which one is it?
Sparkle. She was in Sparkle, and she sang that song. Boy, did she definitely resonate with a lot of people when she sang it. It was just a solo, and she was true Whitney.
I'll always love you. That's that one too. Kathy, that one. Yes, girl. Yes. And Melissa, I look to you. But oh my gosh, it's so many. We should just have a whole Whitney Houston day. I think I'm gonna play Whitney Houston music. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube and play it all day long.
Yes, me too.
How about that? And not only that, she was an amazing actress. I must say, she was an amazing actress. I loved her in Preacher's Wife. I loved her in Exhale. Of course, all of them. Everything,
yes.
Whitney. All right.
That's Whitney.
We love you, Whitney. Well, you know what? The thing about it is, when songs come on, it takes you right back to exactly where you were.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you know, I have a vibrant vibe, and this one goes out to all the parents who are dropping off their son or daughter for the very first time in college. You know, a lot of people, this will be their child's first time kind of being a little independent, but it's their first time being a little independent also. So vibrant vibes out to all the parents that are dropping their kids off at the respective universities, colleges. Maybe it's a training school.
Wow.
But you know what, parents? You're going to be all right.
You're going to be all right. I remember the first time, and I'm telling you, I cried all the way. And then when I got there, well, I didn't cry all the way. I was strong. But when I hit that car and my husband got behind that wheel, I was boo-hooing. But I'm going to tell y'all, it gets better. Don't be a helicopter parent. Say goodbye. Drive off fast. We're empty nested and I love it. And you know what, Lady O? Shout out to my son because he went back. He packed his car up and he drove all by himself. He did everything. No curtains. We didn't have to do nothing. So y'all, it gets better. It really does, don't it?
Yes, girl, you said no curtains. I remember when I dropped off my oldest daughter, I thought I was going to have that grand experience of bringing all her stuff up, decorating. Honey, they said, no, mommy. I had my U-Haul. Don't laugh at me. We had an actual U-Haul. And they brought out carts and put all her stuff in there and waved goodbye to me. And I thought, okay, well, I'll see her later on. She called me and said, Mom, I have this and this and this to do. And then we're going to a party. I'll see you tomorrow.
But she was coming back home?
No, she wasn't coming back.
She's like, bye.
I was in DC. I was in DC. That meant I had to go back to my hotel. But you know what I did? I celebrated. I had me a nice dinner and a little glass of champagne, and I celebrated.
Well, Leah says she's dropping her baby off to you, Lady O. So get ready. You ain't done yet. You know what? She'll take her too, because she always takes all the babies. Lady O loves the kids. Speaking of kids, y'all, keep shouting out whoever you got that's going back to school. We want to make sure it doesn't matter what year they're going back, and we're excited about it. Speaking of education, boy, do we have an educator in the house today. Everybody. I'm so excited about it. When you all think about an educator, you know, they're lifelong educators, but educators have purpose too. They don't just live at the school. We're talking about Jarrod Armstead Jones, y'all. Middle school English teacher in the St. Louis area since 2007. Y'all probably know him as Mr. Jarrod Jones. You know, they call you by your Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. He's also a writer, amazing writer, wrote a book. A novel, My Invisible Father. He's also written for local newspapers, as well as all about politics and sports, and educator. He's a coach. He's worked with various teams all throughout the community. Started his teaching career. Y'all know how y'all all about our city at Brittany Woods in middle school in University City. I think my husband went there. And then now in 2016 at Hickson Middle School in Webster Groves. We're going to bring him up because he got his own story to tell. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, we know you are. Sounds like you're already busy, but we're going to ask you a couple questions about your great book.
Okay.
My Invisible Father. What made you write My Invisible Father?
Wait. We didn't ask him the magical question. It's coming. You know. But look, what's in your cup, brother? What's in your cup?
My water bottle is what I'm drinking. That's the first thing I usually drink in the morning. Either that or some oat milk or almond milk. So today I got the water with me.
Let me tell you, Jarrod, I've been trying to bring that Tracie on over to that oat milk side of the world.
Yeah.
She just won't act right. She won't.
I just got started on it. Yep.
Well, you know what? We want to get started on learning all about, first of all, thank you so much for being an educator. Thank you so much for pouring into our kids. And I know you say that's part of the reason why you wrote the book, My Invisible Father. Talk to us about your book.
So, you know, my journey as an educator started as like a second career. My first career, I was a youth minister at a local church here. Did that for 5 years. And then I ended up at a juvenile facility working with young kids between the ages of 13 to 17 who had been, you know, locked up for various reasons. And that was the one thing that really got me to the point where I wanted to write books for kids, because I saw those kids in there struggling, could not read. Some didn't have, couldn't do their arithmetic. And I will say there were some that were excellent readers, that were extremely smart students. And I always wondered, well, why are you here? Like, you're a great student. You should be in school every day and kicking it in your school. But instead, they were locked up because of some things they eventually had to go through, in the streets, basically.
You know,
But that sparked me to want to write a book so that kids like that, as well as kids who love to read, to have something that they would like, can identify with, and enjoy.
so when you talk about the invisible father, I think about wanting to have a book for a teen that they can relate to. Your book brings about something that they can relate to. Talk to us about why the title Invisible Father.
Yeah. So again, going back to the juvenile facility, a lot of those kids were missing their fathers, and we know in our community that's one of the biggest issues that kind of plagues our young men, especially, but also our young women, to not have that male, that father figure, that strong mentor, that structure in the home. And if you don't have it, it's not that you can't be successful, but you're like one leg down. And then even more, I know and I believe that those young kids are desiring and hoping and wanting that relationship with a father. So, that kind of, again, made me feel like this would be a good opportunity to write something that they can relate to. And even kids who do have fathers. One of my characters has a father. He's in the home, but because of his work schedule and so many other things, it's like he's not there. And that also hurts this particular character.
Well, you say the kids are learning to make sense of their lives while trying to make sense of the world. Talk
Yeah.
to us about the three characters. Each of them, like you say, are missing their father in one way or
Or
another.
another.
And talk to us about how your experiences with the kids you work with that say, they may have had a father in the home, but because of the work schedule, but because of other things going on, it seemed like they were absent.
Yeah. So, again, like having a work schedule that keeps you out of the home for 12 hours a day. And when you come home, you want to just go to sleep, want to eat and go to sleep, as an adult, that may occur. Or there are even just fathers who are in the home who are just not taking on that responsibility of being a father. And that kind of tugs on kids, right? Um, we learned that most kids, babies, when they're born, they're so attached to their moms because they were literally attached to their moms, right? But one of the first words that they try to utter is daddy.
Yes.
And that's because they want that attachment to their fathers as well. And if they're not there, or if they are there but not really there, then you're missing a part of you as a growing child.
Jarrod, you talk about a couple of different characters. You have three characters in the book. Talk
Mhm.
about the different characters in the book.
So the main character, and I call them all three main characters because they tell the story in their own way, in their own perspective. But the main character, and you really don't understand why he's the main character until the end of the book. But his name is Jarrod, and he's a 15-year-old African American going to school here in St. Louis, and he's a bright young kid. He's going to this school. We might call it like a select school or a magnet school, or a school where he had to be accepted, and he was accepted because of his grades, his intelligence, and this school is for those who are underprivileged, those who are in situations that they know might not be able to get into because of their their economic situation and so forth. Um, but this bright kid who's missing a father, he asked his mom, why doesn't his father want to see him? Why doesn't his father want to know him? And he's really, really longing for this. And at the same time, you know, she's a struggling parent, right? So he puts two to two together and says, well, my mom's struggling and he doesn't have any real guidance. So he takes the guidance that he gets from the streets, gets out in the streets and start doing those things that they do in the streets, right? So he has to try to overcome those things. And his one of his good friends is the second character, and she's another bright young lady, African American here in St. Louis, and she is trying so desperately to help her friend get out of those streets. She has this thing that she doesn't like crime. She doesn't like the way police treat black men. her father's in prison. She's upset at him because he's in prison and chose this life of crime over his family. So she's like a militant type character who's like, I
Wait a
want.
minute. Let me stop you. This sounds
Go
like
ahead.
it sounds like a movie. It really
Yeah.
does.
I've
It's
heard
like,
that. I've heard that plenty of times. I've heard
it
that so
really
many times.
It
Yeah.
really does, because this is something that we all have experienced on one level, whether our fathers were in our lives or not, wanting to be a friend to someone else who didn't have their father in their lives.
Yes.
It helps
Yes.
kids learn to grow through this part of adulting as young teens. You also have a podcast. Did you put music to this book? Talk to us about, because there's layers here.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I used to be involved in music many years ago. Started off with the church, and I kind of managed a rap group, and we did shows here in the St. Louis area and other parts of Missouri. And I kind of put that down. I put it away when some things started happening in my personal life. I ended up getting divorced back in 2004, and I said I'm just stepping away from that. I need to get myself back to where I need to be, and develop my relationship with my kids who were no longer in my home every day, and just, get a new job and just start over. So I just stopped the music. And eventually, when I did start teaching and I
Yes.
decided I wanted to write a book, this was back in 2007 is when I decided. I didn't really get started until like 2015. And, but in 2019, when I was done with the book and doing my second draft, it came to me that it would be real cool to step into a middle school and
Yes.
talk about my book, but have some banging beats in the background, right?
Yes.
Like, how dope would that be, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it started with that, and then it eventually went back to, hey, I am a music producer. I can maybe kick out a couple songs, and these songs have themes that are representing our characters and the plot of the book.
Wow.
So, there are certain scenes that are going on. We have like a club scene in there. So we got one club banger, but it's also giving that positive advice, that positive message in those songs, and trying to show how our character who's in this club who needs to turn the right way, we're using those lyrics to try to show that as well in the music.
That's hot. That's
That's
hot.
hot. That's
I
hot.
love it. I
That's
love
hot.
it. Now you talked about so many things today, and I've kind of in my mind saw your evolution of where you started, some things you kind of dabbled in, and where you are today. I want to know, what would you tell your 18-year-old self?
Oh, wow, my 18-year-old self. Um, I would say continue to try and I'm gonna go through my journey a little bit. At 18 years old, I went to Harris Stowe State College at that time, State University now, and at that time we only had one degree offered, and that was teaching. So that first year I was playing basketball. I got a scholarship there, and I was playing basketball, and I was headed to be a teacher. And that very next year, I decided to change my mind, like so many of us do in college.
Yes.
And then I decided I wanted to be a writer. So then I transferred and went on and ended up with a media communications degree. And I would tell myself then at 18 years old, don't try to rush what you're trying to do right now. Take your time. You're not a failure if you quit one degree and go to another, because I felt bad. And I look at it now and it's like, well, I quit that program after my freshman year, but look where I am now. I'm teaching, right? So I feel like that God has a purpose and a plan and the direction that we may not understand at 18 years old because our minds are not there yet. But stay the course. And if you have to move and get on a different road, that's fine. Just make sure you're doing everything you need to do on that road. And if you have to take a different road after that, that's fine. But eventually, through prayer and through understanding who you really are, you'll get to that place where you're really supposed to be. If it takes 30 years, if it takes 35 years, get there. And that's what happened with me.
I love it. I love it. You started out thinking you were going to be a teacher, and you followed the course, and you are a teacher.
I am a teacher. And
Not only
actually, at the age of 13, I wanted to be a teacher or a writer. So now I'm doing both.
That's what I was about to say. Not only are you teaching in the classroom, but you're teaching lessons outside the classroom. We are so thankful for it. I know anyone who picks up your book, ladies and gentlemen, go out and get this book for your teens. The language is for them. The beats are for them. This is a book that you can have a conversation with your
Absolutely.
young people about after they read it. You read it and let them read it and then open up for conversation.
That's
Yes,
excellent.
yes.
That's
I,
excellent.
I noticed you have a lot of lesson plans and different things. Tell everybody how they can find your book.
So you can go to my website, Jair Armstead Jones, or you can just Google Jair, Jaer Media Group. Either one will get you there, and you can purchase the book there. I also have links to local bookstores. So if you get to my website and you see a local bookstore, you can click on a local bookstore. Novel Neighbor is one, which is in Webster Groves. They really are pushing me, and I'm supposed to have a book signing and book talk with Novel Neighbor next month. Of course, with COVID, we don't
Oh,
know
that
how
sounds
that's
like
going to work out. But yeah, so I really want to push our local bookstores because they struggled a lot last year. But you can pick it up there. But then it's also on Amazon and on Barnes and Noble. But if you go to my website, you can see all of that.
well, we say thank you. It sounds like you're in a spot where everybody's probably sipping on some hot, good stuff or cold
Yes,
stuff.
absolutely.
Out here, he gets up early, y'all, to do the work, and I love that about everything that you're doing. Look, Lisa just said, "I'll take 100 copies." You know what? I love it. This is what we do on the On Your Now show. We uplift, we inspire, and we empower our community. And our girls and boys need Mr. Jarrod Jones, just like you, that are doing the work. So we thank you for that. Please share with us and our owners, what is your affirmation word for today?
My affirmation word, it sounds cliche, but this cliche of never give up is how I got where I am. Um, Man, I was depressed after my divorce, and
Yeah.
I just felt like giving up, like literally, like not just mentally but physically. I was ready to give up,
Well,
and
we're so glad you didn't.
I'm so glad I
Look,
did. Yes,
everybody's like, yes. But you know what? That's what happens in the midst of some of the things that we deal with. We struggle through that. But when we
hmm
get to the other side, we're like, okay, I'm blessed and I'm highly favored as a result of me not giving up. So not giving up is what gets you to your what next. And this is what it looks like, y'all, when you're owning your now.
yeah,
Jared, thank you
absolutely.
so much. We thank you.
I so much appreciate it. Thank you guys. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. We'll see you soon. Oh, you know what? We're gonna sign the book. We're gonna get it. We need a signed copy. Okay. We need a signed
Absolutely.
copy. Oh my gosh. I want to bring them back up because we didn't mean to pop them right out. We want to get a signed copy of the book. So please make sure we get us a signed copy.
Okay, I will. You guys text me an address to send it to. I'll sign it, and you have it. You'll have it.
All right, y'all heard it here.
Thank you. This is what Wellness Monday looks like. Motivational Monday, y'all, because everything's going to be changing and we're going to keep having a good time. But we have to uplift our men and our women. We uplift our community and we uplift our children, Lady O, most
Yes.
importantly. Yes,
Boys and girls.
boys and
Boys
girls.
and girls. And you know what? He just moved me with his message.
Yes.
Talking about the invisible father, you could be in the house or not in the house, but the fact that he's starting the conversation. And like I said, parents, we need to read the book, give it to our children, let them read it, and then we need to have a conversation. And then, he said he got some banging beats. You might
Go
get
to his
some
page,
music.
y'all. Get some heat. Get some heat. Look, y'all don't know. We struggled this morning trying to get all the internet and everything together. The rain kind of throws some things in place. Well, you know what? We won't have to deal with that when we go to Roku. But Jarrod stayed in there with us, y'all. He did not give up. And that's how we get to where we are today, y'all, is not giving up. Lady O, I see everybody's putting their affirmation words in the chat. What is your affirmation word for today?
Tracie, I know you say word, but today I have two words: highly favored.
Highly favored. Yes, y'all.
Highly favored. This faith walk we are taking and that our owners are taking with us, at every turn, I see that we're highly favored, that this is what we're supposed to be doing. I get all kinds of God winks all the time, and it's small ones and large ones. And he keeps telling me, you're highly favored. Keep walking the walk. grab Tracie's hand, grab Shameen's hand, grab Justice's hand, and walk together. We can't do it alone. We can't do it without our owners. So we need them to come on over to Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV,
That's
so
right.
we can all be highly favored. Because when we bring these resources to people, I think we're showing them favor. We're showing them a way.
Yes, we
We're
are.
highly favored.
We are. We are. You know, I think about this journey. This started in 2002, y'all. When I was dealing with some things, you know, Jarrod said he was going through some things. I literally lost my mom and was trying to figure out what does my what next look like. And you know, the one thing that she said is the only thing that stays the same is change. And so we have to remember that change is the thing that gets us to our what next. It allows us to own your now. It allows me to say, I'm going to own my now. But like Yolanda said, bring everybody to the table together so that we can all eat. So if you all realize that, I want you all to know, don't give up, because you really are highly favored. But it takes resiliency, y'all. It takes for us all to persevere to get to the next, and for us to understand the value of what it looks like when we can focus on all the things that we need to do, when we can see what awesome looks like. We are on a wonderful journey here, you all. So we reaffirm each other every single day so that we can resume what it looks like for us to be open to each other and to everyone else. But don't take it lightly, y'all. This is truly a faith walk for us. We will continue to connect with you all. We will continue to encourage one another, and we will make it to the finish line. And you all will see what it looks like for us to definitely understand redemption and be encouraged. But more than anything, show you what it looks like to be winning and victorious. Yes, it is a great day, Dawn, and we will continue to move with love. If you all understand what this looks like, thank you all for getting the words out. But more than anything, definitely pray for the kids that are going back into the building in schools today. If you all go out into the community, do know that it's important that you wear your mask. We tell you guys that all the time. Please, please, please wear your mask. At this point, I don't even know if it's a choice, because we got to take care of one another. But if you all say, you know what? I don't think I want to wear my mask, Lady O. I think I just want to stay inside and, you know what, shelter in place and sip it up. That is okay as well. If you say, I think I want to stay inside, shelter in place, hold your glass up and keep sipping. But guess what, y'all? Shameen will be with us tomorrow, and we have some amazing guests. So we'll see you tomorrow, same time and same space, right here on the Own Your Now show. Bye-bye, everybody.